So the fragrance I'm about to show you guys in this video, this might actually be the first time this has appeared on YouTube full stop. Well, at least I hope so. This is a new fragrance from Ex Nihilo, and I'm gassed to tell you about it today. Yes, people, what is going on YouTube, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name's TJ, and over here on my channel, I discuss all things fragrances and the fragrance industry. So if there's any content, anything at all that you'd like for me to create, let me know down in the comments. So first of all, I've actually never seen an Ex Nihilo bag as small as this. This thing is tiny. Normally you get the big bags, but if you guys don't know, Ex Nihilo is a French niche perfume house, and I'm pretty sure they started a few years ago. They haven't actually been around for all that long, but they have gained some serious traction in the perfume industry, not only the niche market, but this is a well-known global brand, and I have a few fragrances from them. I'll talk to you about a couple of them today, but this one in here is probably one that I've been the most excited for to come out over the last, I'll say, year or two. This one here is Ex Nihilo's Blue Talisman Extrait De Parfum. OG Blue Talisman, I'll speak about in a second, but that came out, pretty sure maybe 3 years ago now. And it's one that I've spoken about quite a lot. Packaging is a little bit different. This on the original was just a lighter shade of blue. Now we have a darker shade of blue, but the box is exactly the same. And I've seen a few people say, oh man, it's hella cheap. I just think it's different the way they do the packaging. Slides down like this. I'll give you a close up. And this is the bottle right here, Blue Tali Extrait De Parfum. This is Blue Talisman original if you've never seen it before. And obviously this one here is the Extrait. So exactly same. They're both 100 ml fragrances. This has the lighter shade of blue. This has almost a dark blue / purple. The text on here is white. The text on here is gold. It's as simple as that. Let's talk about Blue Talisman, the original, because this is a super popular fragrance in the market, period. I know there's a few people who have this or have dropped videos saying this is super boring. This doesn't deserve the hype. I hear it. Fragrance is definitely subjective. If you don't like it, you don't like it. When I first got this one, I bought it straight away after smelling it in the Paris boutique. I was in Javoy and I'm like, raw, what's that on my hand? Literally went back in there, bought it straight away before it was even released in the UK. And it's not that I think this fragrance is anything special. This is not the best smelling juice ever, but it just does everything in here so right. Like when I wear it, I like wearing it. Projection on this is very good. And it's just a non-offensive scent. So if you haven't got your nose on this one, essentially it opens up with bergamot, you get pear, you get ginger. Yeah, that is pretty much the opening. As it dries down, you do get some florals. I think there's there's orange blossom in here. There's a few spices, and then there's Jordi Fernandez or Givaudan or Quinton Bish's kind of signature accord that they put in all of their fragrances, which is Aki Gala wood, which I think it derives from patchouli, black pepper. So that adds a little bit of spice into the fragrance. But then on my skin, as Blue Talisman Eau de Parfum dries down, I get quite a lot of musk. So the kind of way this fragrance develops is nice citrus opening, a little bit spicy, a little bit floral, then musky. That is the journey that I get taken on when I wear Blue Talisman. Performance is good. Like, yeah, you're not going to smell it and be like, oh my God, this is the best thing I've ever put my nose on, but it's just such a pleasant fragrance to wear. And I've been speaking about this one since it came out. This one done crazy sales for the brand. I think they said this is their #1 fragrance worldwide. And I didn't even mention, this fragrance actually doesn't come out until September. So you probably got about 2 months from when this video drops to go out and smell this fragrance. But how the hell have I got it? You're probably thinking, why has this guy got it? So the other day, Ex Nihilo had a event at Harrods. There was about 25 people who got invited to it. And it was a little breakfast with the owner, Benoit, and the master perfumer, one of my favorite perfumers ever, Jordi Fernandez. And they was telling us about the fragrance and what they wanted to kind of do with it. And then at the end of the breakfast, we all got to leave with one. So that's why I have it. And basically the trend over the last 12 months in particular has been extraits or intenses or elixirs. They are all under the umbrella of the same juice, better concentration. So everybody expects when you smell an extrait perfume that it should last long. It should be a beast mode. And if you guys have seen a certain few brands, or one in particular who has just released a bunch of extraits, they're actually called Extrait Extremes. It is born to stand out. And when I say these fragrances are absolutely nuclear, some of the strongest fragrances that I've ever put my nose on. I sprayed them on that Milan Essence, and I swear to God, it was on me after my shower calmly. And I didn't want them to do this with the Extrait. I wanted them to go in a different direction, and I'm so glad they have. So when Jordi Fernandez was talking to us about the fragrance, he was essentially saying that they wanted to retain the original DNA from Blue Talisman. They wanted to keep the opening there very prominent for people to know exactly what fragrance it is when they smell it, but they wanted to work on the more technical aspects of perfumery in terms of the transition to the dry down and making it a little bit more intense. So hopefully I explained that well to you guys. So in the opening, what you're gonna get with this, I'll spray it on my hand because I've literally been wearing it for the last 2 or 3 days. When I smelled at the event, I said the same thing and I'll say it now. To me, the opening is absolutely identical. So when you go into the store and you try this one or you pick up a sample, please do not judge it off of the first 5 to 10 minutes and be like, I'm not paying an extra X amount just because it smells the same. It doesn't. The way this fragrance develops is so much, I was gonna say better, it's actually different. So you get the bergamot in there, you get the pear in there. For me, the ginger is a little bit toned down. I don't really pick it up too much, but I didn't think it initially, but I do after just spraying it now. Loads of people when they first tried this one said it is much, much sweeter than the original. Now it is sweeter, I'm not sure about much, much sweeter because it's not like a candied fragrance, it's not a gourmand or anything. But yeah, I would say it is a little bit more sweeter in the fruity aspect. The main difference for me is obviously the dry down. It is a much more woodier fragrance. And when I first tried it on the day on a testing strip, I just looked at the people on my table and I was like, "Aye, this one's hella woody." But what they've done, they've added in some ambery notes in the base, which you definitely pick up as it dries down. They've added in sandalwood and vanilla, but the way they have kind of crafted those two together, you know, if you've tried any fragrances with sandalwood and vanilla, they're essentially a little bit creamy and they just give a nice, soft, subtle dry down. And that is exactly what is in Ex Nihilo's Blue Talisman Extrait. Now, when it comes to these two fragrances, I would obviously say Blue Talisman is much more suited to the summer, even though I'll say this is definitely an all year round kind of fragrance. I think out of these two, I would go with the EDP for the summer, just because of the dry down obviously being more woody, a little bit more intense. I would say this would work better in the winter, but definitely you can wear it all year round as well. Obviously, performance is key. But before we do that, let's touch on the price quickly. So for 100 ml of the EDP, this will cost £260, I'm pretty sure. And they're going to price this out. It's not out yet, but I asked the guy on the day. He said they're going to be charging £365 for the Extrait. Now, it is very steep. Come on, it's expensive. 360 quid, nearly 400. But I actually thought that they was going to price this the same as Brompton Immortals Extrait just because of the popularity of this one. I thought that's what they'll do to take the mick. They haven't, even though the price is hella steep, it's not a fragrance for everyone. When it comes to niche perfumes, they are not for everyone. So 365 is like £60 cheaper than I thought they was going to do it at. Like I said, the Extrait doesn't mean better performance. It just means it's crafted differently. I would say the dry down on this is much more smoother, but it does sit closer to the skin, I can't lie. In terms of performance, I normally say I get around 8 to 10 hours with Blue Talisman, and projection for me is actually, bro, it's good. I can't even lie, it's very good. For the first few hours, I'm picking up all the time, and then after that, I kind of pick up sporadically throughout the day. Now, when it comes to Blue Talisman Extrait, the longevity is really good. It stays on my skin for 12 to 14 hours, yeah? But it does sit closer as it dries down. So initially, it's there, super prominent. But I would say maybe at the 6 hour mark, when the projection dies down, it's more of a skin scent, but I just think the way it's been crafted and the base notes and what they kind of wanted out of this was not to like blow your head off basically. And I know you guys might not be able to justify paying that amount for a fragrance that doesn't project like crazy, but it's just an Extrait made different. I do think in this day and age where we're going in terms of performance and everyone wanting beast modes and long lasting fragrances, that I'm intrigued to know if you guys are going to appreciate this one. I know the first comment's going to be, which one do you think is better? Now, it's hard to say because it all comes down to timing, right? Like, I've spent a load of time with Blue Talisman, the EDP. I love this fragrance. This one I've only got like less than a week ago. You have to really wear, try, test fragrances. Like, when Angel Share Paradis come out, I was like, nah, the OG is way better. But now, after 3-4 months, I think Paradis is better. So it all just depends on where I wear this, how I feel when I wear it, and then I can really make my mind up. So at the moment, I'm still saying the EDP is better, in my opinion, and more so what I like. But I'm not knocking the Extrait. I still think this is a good fragrance, and I'm excited to actually wear this and explore it further. Definitely let me know down in the comments your thoughts on this fragrance. I want to know, do you like it, do you not? And if this is one that is going to be on your radar, do you want to try it? And do you think you're just going to blind buy it and pick it up regardless? Let me know. But thank you guys for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Love for the love, my people.